13 meters wide. The actual, probably the part that you would think of as the channel is the flat, the lowest portion of it is about 4 to 5 meters wide.
And how deep is it?
We're expecting flow depths for this major event of about 1.2 to 1.3 meters deep.
And what will it be filled with?
Various things, we've got some of those details that we're working out. You can see, I guess sort of the second last or third last slide kind of shows some of the vegetation in detail that we're proposing. So various naturalized vegetation, trying to promote the fish habitat and that sort of thing of the area and sort of tie it in with the bay itself to get kind of more of a natural watercourse feel to it. So
for the current property owner, right, me, that you're going to be running right down my property line, is it going to be fenced off?
Yeah, we have had that discussion. I don't know that it was incorporated into the design yet, but certainly we'll put up a chain link fence for protection and to separate, private backyards from the ditch itself.
And none of the trees will be impacted, right, Mike?
On the private side, yeah, we'll just be moving trees on the other side of the property line, and
Not my trees.
that's right.
Okay.
And then root damage and everything else that goes along with that, because we all know what development does. So what kind of boundaries are in place for conserving trees that are there, root structures that we all know go out considerably from our property line?
part of the detailed design is to work off some of the stuff that we've done for our environmental assessments. So we get an arborist out to the area, and they identify the
One arborist, or is it multiple arborists? Because
probably multiple. I don't know. We do hire a sub-consultant to do the work, so I'm not sure how many people go out to the field. There is a team that works on it, but they will go out and they identify the trees and they establish all the drip lines and the working restrictions we have, the setbacks we have to have, the tree protection fencing that we put up to protect all of that.
And all that would be implemented. And sorry, when I said that, I didn't
Yeah.
mean, I mean, how many arborist companies will come in? You just get one assessment from one arborist company?
Usually, again, there's a lot of developments here, so there might be a little more at play with this.
There's actually, we had our own environmental consultants that we were using as part of the original EA and our own project. And then the developers consultants also had their environmental sub-consultants that have also been involved with an EIS or environmental impact study. So really there is, it's Azimuth and Cotiladon, I think is.
Yeah.
Yeah, so there's more than one environmental consultants group involved. Yes?
Will the drainage be as bad as it is between Blue Water and Constance? That's a mess, or it doesn't seem to drain properly anywhere, it just flows nowhere. And I just wondered if you're going to do an equal type job, because it would not be good for people.
Between Blue Water and Constance, so you mean what goes through Blue Water Canoe Club?
No,
Sorry.
the next street over is Starboard Circle,
Right.
and there's a path, and the drainage was supposed to go under this path, and it stops, it doesn't. So I just wondered, you're talking about a large one, and you're going to have to make sure that the development across the road will now drain across to the bay. And this will also be part of what's in there. How big is this going to be?
Well, again, here's the cross sections. I think that the top width was 12 meters, which is, I don't know how many feet off the top of my head, 40 feet. Right, so there's 12.3 meters plus the width of the actual maintenance road. Total, like Richard said, is about 18 meters. But then there is like low flow channel design. You can see it's a smaller ditch at the bottom of the ditch just for the low flows. But this is designed to take that regional storm, like the Timmins event. So It's a lot, it's not as obstructed like the other one you're talking about with having to go through culverts and whatnot in between Blue Water and Constance. This will be open channel. It will be easier for the town to maintain. It will remain a town drain to maintain, and that's part of the benefits as well with open channel. Less chance for obstruction, or if there is any obstruction, for it to flow through.
And a little less reactionary, well, quite a bit less reactionary, because there's been a number of studies in the area that have been done with the town-wide study and our recent work on the west end, identifying some of the issues in this 2D model that the Sunray Developments has created. It's really giving us a lot of information, so we can really anticipate what those flows are going to be and work with that design concept in mind. So.
One more question.
Sorry, will there be?
Drainage just going down Constance, that's how the water is going to develop, when we get down to this diagram here.
This is gonna take all the water?
All of it?
Not all of it, like all of the regional, the major storms that are coming that Bayswater Creek, but the local drainage will still go down Constance. Local meaning the rain falling like on, you know,
Now what about the
Roberts.
ones that are going, the ones that's not out, it's going out now. Where's all that water?
I'm not sure how far over you're referring to.
You mean the Sunray development?
Oh, okay. Yeah, that one is, I believe, I mean, it's a completely different project, it's a different catchment area, but I think that it is going through Blue Water. I'm not 100% sure, I don't have the details on that. This is a separate area, separate.
But there's supposed to be development going on Albert Street too. So I'm not, this is all in this year.
Right.
How about the development going in off Albert Street?
So again, like I say with catchment areas, there's basically, all the rain that falls here is going through this water course. Everything that falls here is going through that water course. And I don't have those specific answers for.
The rainwater falls 7 feet.
So the Bayswater.
South of Beechwood, well,
Yeah.
for this area, we're picking up what, just north of the new highway is where we're diverting the water course from. The new Sunray development will be draining into this channel. Part of the Works Depot will be draining into that channel. I don't think we have enough proposals from the developments to the north to know where they're going to outlet. They have options. It's just a matter of how they grade those properties and whether they direct drainage to the channel or not. Right now, the contours, as they are, don't direct very much drainage to that channel from the north.
And the developments you're talking about, they don't have approvals yet, so to know the exact details. Right, but I'm just saying I don't know the specifics on what the final design is, because, sorry, ma'am, Mark, you were asking something at the same time?
Yeah, I was just wondering if TC Energy's planning on using that as a corridor coming off the bay, that where you're putting that, it just seems really convenient.
Yes, actually, it does follow their alignment for the underground cables will basically be underneath our maintenance access road. So they need a maintenance access road as well, and this is part of our negotiations with them. You know, they wouldn't go through the middle of the site. They were already planning on going down the west side of their site, and they have to go through their property, through Amend's property, through our property, and it'll basically follow the same alignment as that channel, but not under the channel, under the road beside the channel.
The road being on,
The east side of the channel.
The massive flooding that happens at Merrill's.
Yes,
Is this going to affect that?
largely, yeah. If you go back to that before and after. Yeah, so as you see, everything that's green, blue, yellow, that's pre this channel going in. And then it's just with regard though of everything that's coming from that Bayswater Creek, which actually spills out towards Robert Street, Maryland, George.
Merrill's way over, so that's why from the channel, so I was just wondering how it's
that's what we regard as a big benefit of this option as well, is we're greatly alleviating that. There was already some plans in the works. As Richard said, we've had multiple studies going on. We're doing a town-wide drainage master plan, and we were looking at some drainage improvements for Maryland, George, and Robert Streets. We are still putting in a new culvert, we're proposing to put in a new culvert crossing Beechwood at Maryland to help with that local drainage. But in terms of the major storm flooding, is all to be diverted through this new channel.
Just a question, where are you putting that? South of Beach, or north of Beechwood, around Maryland?
Right at the intersection of Beechwood and Maryland. So,
Under the roads?
yes. So there'll be a new culvert crossing Beechwood from Maryland South to Maryland North. And right now the plan is for it to go up and hang a right on Betty. And as Richard said, it's not always great to tell water, just hang a right here, go left there. But that is the current design alignment for that. We haven't closed our drainage master plan yet, but that's the current
And
plan.
the other question is, have you taken into account all the new development that's going to be across the road? Because once they started digging, just the minor digging they've been doing, we've had water flooding over into people's basements, into people's yards, because of just minor, this isn't blue water, but minor digging. Minor.
Right, so when they finish with their development, we have design requirements for, they have to control post-development flow runoff from the site to match the pre-development. So if there is, say, 2 cubic meters per minute or whatever traveling before they build, they have to control it to be 2 cubic meters.
But it's already worse now, before they start controlling.
I'm not sure I follow, because they haven't started construction yet.
No, they haven't.
No.
They've done something, yeah.
The road maintenance,
They did start it.
To the south of Blue Water?
crossing to our own,
Across.
all in.
Well, they did with the water pipe that they put in.
Yeah. Again, that's kind of outside of the limits of this project.
Right, but I just know it's something, you don't want to make a mess over there too. So
Right.
that can happen as long as you take into consideration what's going to happen, because you'll need more drainage. It will come, you know
Right.
that.
But we won't be taking water from that catchment area over to this channel. It's in its separate watershed or catchment area. Yes?
Should the town not be concerned about what each development is going to be doing? Should there not be sort of a master plan to make sure the drainage everywhere is not going to impact negatively on any other area, as sort of what she was saying? But, I mean, if you're each doing your own thing,
Yeah, so
you're
as I
not
said,
aware of what everybody else is doing so much. or
Right.
Concerned about what the heck they're doing, as long as you're here, then, you know.
so as I said, we are doing a town-wide master drainage plan, or drainage master plan, looking at any deficiencies and potential system upgrades for getting water out to the bay. And then as each developer comes, they have to control their runoff to match their pre-development conditions.
Got a quick question, kind of not, well,
Sure.
it's somewhat related, but I'm going to get a beach access out of this new runoff area. I mean, if you look at Sherrill Lane, there seems to be a back beach access every 2 blocks. There's nothing in our whole quadrant, all the houses are there. I
Right.
just wonder if there's anything.
So I can't promise that. I know that it is all pretty much private beach there. TC Energy are the owners of the water frontage there where we're coming through, and by the time we're done and they're done, whether there's going to be anything left as a public access, I don't know.
When they're proposing to put that drainage culvert in, is that the same chunk of property that somebody wanted to develop 4 years ago? Wanted to put a big subdivision there, just named it the NDCA, named it natural. Same chunk of property.
I'm not sure which chunk of property.
That's Nova Scotia's property.
Yeah.
Okay,
Well, we subdivision and it was got shot down because of the NDCA, the natural filter for flowing water going to the bay and wildlife. That was a part of that same chunk of
Well, we do go through that property, as you see, when we go through Beechwood Road, we're going through the west side of that property. It's another development that doesn't have approvals yet. I'm not aware of them having previously,
There was something some years ago we wanted to put a.
NBCA stop.
Yeah, NBCA something.
right, so I guess that developer is still working with the NBCA, doing their approval processes. This channel it's a town initiative, it's
Yeah.
a town project. Whether or not he gets approval,
That can open the door for him.
uh,
That can open the door for his development.
I don't know that it makes a difference because he's not actually draining to this channel. The current design does not actually flow that way, it actually will be going out.
We are consulting the NBC and they currently have the report right now and they're reviewing it. And we also had a permit for construction of the original channel that was going to be built on a smaller scale. But it is running along a corridor that's a lot less sensitive, so we've gone through and identified the wetland boundaries, and this doesn't cross any of those. So, like I say, our natural concern there is the trees and the bat habitat.
You done an environmental assessment, is that coming, or is that?
That's included in the study, so we do have an environmental impact assessment that was done for the original EA as well, and then when we expanded the study area. So that's in the appendices of the report that you can find online.
What type of scope of work, so to draw that line, so obviously tree removal, excavation, when I draw that line down to the bay, I can see the pathway, the shoreline trail that goes from Betty to shoreline. That's like heavy foot traffic and bikers and everything, so if you're drawing that line, and I'm seeing my neighbors' homes all along that as well, so like huge like excavators, or like are you going to be trenching out, like just kind of getting an idea of the impact of like the scope of work that's actually going to be happening in that area?
Sure.
Those individuals that run along that line?
Just before I answer, I noticed some people started to leave. If anyone, if you could please sign in to the sign-in sheet, just let us know who is here before you leave. But in terms of that, impact to the trail you're talking about in the unopened Betty Boulevard right-of-way, so we're going to be digging the channel right across that, but we'll put in culverts to reinstate the surface and reinstate that trail.
Like a bridge road.
Bridge, culvert, potato.
Is there an easement that they have to remove trees on those properties? Like I've seen the on the right there.
Yeah, I think we're removing trees pretty much up to the property line. We won't be removing trees on the other side of the property line, but yeah, that channel is pretty much to the very west side of those properties. Yes. So that would be probably covered under the other meeting we have down at the Recplex tonight. Sorry, but yeah, actually joking aside, that's what that study is relating to our Wasaga West secondary plan, where we're looking at road networks and connectivity for pedestrian accommodations and everything else. So I'm not sure what their outcome is. We've been having a charrette all week where people could pop in and give their opinions and questions, and the outcome of that is being presented now. Different departments. Well, this was coordinated and scheduled before the charrette was organized. It's I apologize, it's some egg on my face, but by the time we already put out the notice and find out there's another meeting coming out, we can't withdraw our notice of this forthcoming meeting. So it was just unlucky timing. It was definitely not intentional. We'd love to actually reschedule this one, but it was too late. On the south side of Betty is the current plan, yeah. The water will be coming up Maryland, hang a right on Betty, the south side. So the ditches will be improved and culverts replaced on the driveways. Trying to think, Maxi, yeah, this would just be between Maryland and Bayswater. So we'll go, yeah, up Maryland, hang a right on Betty, left up Bayswater to the outlet to the bays on Bayswater. Right, and that's for that purpose, to do the detailed design for that channel, under a separate project.
Big point from Eddie down to the bay.
On Maryland North,
Yeah, that was that street. Reverse side.
we don't know for sure yet if it's gonna be on the east or west side of Bayswater. That's what part of the survey is about, which side has got more capacity with less impact. Yeah, that's being covered under this separate project, like I said, the town-wide drainage master plan. We are getting some detailed design on that, under that master plan. And again, we're planning on going to construction for that one this year as well. Any other questions? Like I said, we'll be available until 8 o'clock. We can go through any specific questions you want at the boards. Unless there's anything else from the group. Okay, thanks everyone for coming. And yeah, we will be here to answer more questions. And please sign in the signage if you could.
That's another connector.
That's the other meeting.